say that it's really a set of infrared SCFTs. But all of the SCFTs in this set are defined by ultraviolet Lagrangians that look like a deviant for time matter theories. The UV Lagrangians are constructed axiomatically in a way that I'll explain. And well, they're mainly standard deviant for time matter theories, but they have a slightly exotic feature that their superpotential couplings may contain non-perturbative or monopole operators. While all the theories have these abelian UV descriptions, they may have non-abelian descriptions as well, which could lead to some very interesting dualities and can make this class of theories actually quite huge. I'll say a little bit more about that later. The main reason we invented, or we defined this class in the first place, is because it happens to contain the effective field theories of M5 range strapped on 3 manifolds. In particular, if one takes M5 range on 3 manifold cross R3 in terms of effective field theory with the topological twist on M, once you get a 3D n equals 2 theory, CK of M, that has some infrared SCFT description. Very roughly, the axioms of class R, the combinatorics that build these UV Lagrangians, mimic the combinatorial construction of SOKC connections on a manifold M starting from a triangulation of them, and SOKC connections on tetrahedral building blocks. And I will try to say a little bit about them. Given the relation between 3 manifolds and 3D SCFTs, one can then try to study a whole host of new relations between geometry on M and physics in CLM. So I want to talk about some of the factors progress on these theories and class R and say a little bit about this. Let me start then with the definition of this class. Again, it's axiomatic. The idea is to just follow a few simple steps. So step 1 to define a class R theory is to form a product with 3 chiral theories C delta. So each of these C deltas contains an n equals 2 chiral multiplet. It's got a U1 flavor symmetry, and we turn on the background gauge field for that flavor symmetry with minus a half in Steinmetz company, which is necessary to cancel background parity amount. Altogether, the tensor product of n of these 3 chiral theories obviously has flavor symmetry U1 D. At least, to say the abelian part of the flavor symmetry group, the maximum abelian group is U1 D. And I'll subtract that to the next section. So part 2 involves 3 rules that all preserve the U1 to the n flavor symmetry. So first, we can simply redefine the flavor curves. We rotate the flavor symmetry by a linear transformation into LNT. Second, we can start adding background Steinmetz couplings to the theory. Classically, the Steinmetz term involves a symmetric matrix K, and those are the background flavor gauge fields, and the supersymmetric extension is written above the right. And the third bit is to gauge one of the U1s in the flavor symmetry group. But when we do that in 3 dimensions, we always gain a new topological flavor symmetry. So the total flavor symmetry is conserved. And there's an Fi coupling between the background gauge fields for the topological symmetry and the one that's engaged. So again, I've been emphasizing this. These all preserve the rank of the flavor. And step 3, at the end of the day, is to add some operators to the superpotential in order to break some of the U1s. And these operators may have to be non-perturbative. If, for example, we want to break a topological U1, we should stick a monopole operator in the superpotential. You always have to check rather carefully that the desired monopole operators exist if you want to do this. A really fun observation, and a very useful observation, is that this axiomatic construction of theories matches symplectic actions on vector space. The operation of forming a product of 3 chiral theories is constructing R to the M as n copies of R2, and it's got a canonical symplectic form involving n positions x and n momentum. But then in step 2, the 3 moves I described are simply symplectic transformations on R to the n. The first one is a linear transformation on positions and conjugate transformation on momentum. The second one adds some position to the momentum, and the third one switches a pair of position and momentum characters. In fact, these 3 moves not only generate a symplectic action on R to the n, they generate a symplectic action on the 3D gauge theories. And this is something really defined and discussed in 2003. The really non-trivial statement here is that the relations of the symplectic group actually hold at the level of gauge theories. For example, if we perform a gauging twice, so we gauge a U1 and we get a new topological flavor symmetry, and we gauge the topological flavor symmetry, that's the same as not gauging at all. Finally, the breaking of U1s is symplectic reduction. In R to the n, it means fixing one of the position coordinates and pushing out in the direction of the conjugate momentum. So, because there's this exact relation between the axioms used to construct theories of class R and symplectic transformations, we can encode the data of a class R theory in a single big symplectic matrix in SP2NG, and it's the number of chirals it's started with. And I can say that some of the rows of this matrix have to be marked, because at the end of the day, we do symplectic reduction, the range of the U1s corresponding to some of them. Here's a very simple example. Let's take that matrix. It's got symplectic times 2, so it means that it's We bring the matrix up to the generators, and the T generator says that we have assign level 1 to the theory T delta. The S generator says that the case of flavors, and if they all together we get the theory T delta tilde, which is a dynamical G1 Sunshine matter theory at level 1/2, coupled to a pair. Now, in 3 dimensions, there are a ton of mirror spaces relating UV Lagrangians that flow to the same infrared superconformal theory. We should push it out by these mirror symmetries in plasma. A very simple example, in fact, a very fundamental example of mirror symmetries, in fact, these mirror theories T delta and T delta tilde that I just discussed. Another fundamental example involves the XYZ model. It's a theory of 3 chiral multiplets, 3 chiral fields that are coupled by a cubic superpotential, and that equals 1 SPE. It turns out that, well, so we impose mirror symmetry such as this class R, but it turns out, and I think one can make a conjecture, that this is really all we need. Any 2 UV Lagrangians that we construct with the actions that flow through the same infrared SCST can be related by repeated applications of these fields. And again, this is conjectural, there's good evidence for it, and I think it would be really interesting to investigate that further. So that's class R, is axiomatic Lagrangians modular mirror symmetry. As you know, there could be lots of abelian and non-abelian mirror symmetries that people Lagrangians that are constructed this way. So class R could really be used. And again, it'd be really interesting to see how big it really is. In Yamazaki's talk, there were 3 theories associated with 3 manifolds that started out being non-abelian, and that could be, well, that could be one of many examples where these abelian theories actually have non-abelian symmetries. Now, why do we care? Since we construct the theories systematically, it means we can construct things like partition functions systematically. And the precise mapping between steps 1 to 3 in actions on partition functions depends on which space we compute the partition functions. If we take curved compact spaces like the ellipsoid or S class S1, which gives the 3D supersymmetric index, just like the S elements of the symplectic group, switching position of the method for gauging in the theory, corresponds to the Fourier transform on these partition functions. So we get a slightly new interpretation of things that have already been defined, and we also get a rather cool new construction of a more fundamental partition function of these 3D theories on a distance star on D2 cross S1. And these will be discussed in some upcoming work with Christina Charamaschetti. But the reason they're very cool is because everything, all the other partition functions here can be constructed out of them. Basically, one takes the norm squared of these star partition functions, which we call polymorphic blocks. And depending on exactly how the norm squared is defined, one gets either the index or the SPD partition function. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have to say, well, that's all I can say about that. Along with partition functions, we get systematic expressions of order energies. These are the line operators, the line defects that nobody mentioned in this talk. But the real reason we care about class R is, again, that it contains theories of 3 numbers. So, being a bit more precise about that, if we want to think about a 5 range, we just put that in a geometry that looks like C star class R3, and that theory. Or since we're interested in the field theory listed at the end of the day anyway, we can put the AK minus 1 to 0 theory on N cross R3, but then we have to do a partial topological push on M to preserve supersymmetry. Either way, we get an effective N equals 2 theory on R3. So to understand why these N equals 2 theories are in class R requires 2 observations. The first is that the low energy behavior of these suited class R theories is governed by flat complex SLKC connections on M. Which is interestingly related to many recent works in these 3D dualities. The second observation is something I already mentioned, which is that given an ideal triangulation, an ideal topological ideal triangulation of them, SLKC connections on the full manifold are glued together from heterogeneous exactly the same of the compass squares that define theories of plasma. So, given a number of 5 range manifold of triangulation, we can immediately write down a matrix with distinguished rows, and then simply define a UV Lagrangian for a class R. Let me give you a little flavor of how this works. So here's the building block of 3 manifolds, take hyperdeep. And I will first talk about the SL2 case, which is what we use in the work with ASO Fuha. So the hyperdeep is combinatory, it gets a few labels on its edges, which have something to do with flat SLCC connections. But these are positions of momentum, right? So there's an action at T, and they're equal on opposite edges of the sum around the vertex is 1. And this combinatorially decorated tetrahedron gets associated with the theory of a three-chiral T double. If we happen to rotate the labeling, then instead of getting T delta, we get T delta tilde. There's not a three-chiral, but a dynamical U1 theory coupled to a chiral. But this is exactly one of the fundamental examples of mirror symmetry. So because of that mirror symmetry, it actually makes no difference how you orient to rotate the labeling tetrahedron. Now, to build a complete two-manifold M, we have to start with a collection of N tetrahedra and start relating them together. The gluing defines the collective matrix. The basic idea is that, well, so it's a 2-line by 2-line collective matrix where N is the number of tetrahedra involved. The top rows of this matrix, the top N rows, correspond to U1 flavor symmetries in the theory U1 set up. Some of the rows come from internal edges that are created during the gluing. For example, up on top, there are three edges that get glued together with some parameters that one to the street, and that constraint coming from the edge appears as one of the rows of the streets. The glued edges correspond to U1 flavor symmetries that we have to break in superpotential terms. There are also a bunch of rows corresponding to U1s that we want to keep. And in the tree manifold, these U1s that we want to keep have to do with boundaries that are left over defects in the tree manifold. At the end of the day, we do some special reduction, or we break the green U1 symmetries, and we get a theory of Flecha. So this is the basic idea of how we do this. As we said, if we change the triangulation we use to build a tree manifold then, any two changes are related by sequences of positive triangles that look like this. So three tetrahedra glued along an edge are recombined with three tetrahedra glued along the face, and this is the statement of SYG and SBD here. Because of that, the construction of the theory here, that's triangulation dependent. So the best story for SL2 that was worked out with the KS and Kupa. For SLK, the story has been worked out in a mathematical physics collaboration with Sasha Gontrop and some physics colleagues like Shane Cabela, my second day on the Bethany at SC. I want to mention just one fact about the SLK row. Again, we're triangulating manifolds with tetrahedra, but the SLK tetrahedra up here, the intuitive thing I can say about them is that they can be broken up into roughly KQ little SL2 tetrahedra. What that means that the theory associated with SLK tetrahedra should roughly consist of 10 cubes chiral multiples. But they do have some methods for potential couplings, and there are some cases, it's not a free theory of K cubed chiral multiples. But at least naively, it looks like if we crank up K, the degrees of freedom of the fundamental SLK tetrahedra theory has to scale at K cubed. And that's another beautiful agreement with the expectation from supergravity that for every 5 branes you have to have a free manifold, the degrees of freedom, as the number of n5 branes grow, the degrees of freedom grow cubic. It's a rather new statement of large n duality. Usually, in these dualities, there's a gauge group, such as SUN and SK here. And that's what grows. In these abelian descriptions, the gauge group is always abelian, and it doesn't really matter. The fundamental matter just gets bigger and bigger. Let me conclude with two of the basic physics geometry correspondences coming from these theories of 5 x 7 free manifolds. The first kind of classical one is that at no energies, the vacua of the theory K event that's been amplified on a circle has to match the flat SLKC connections on either side. And so this is a precise statement of the rough statement of the rough statement I made earlier in the talk. If you actually want SLKC complex connections, you have to magnify it. That's the energy statement if we want to test more about the quantum structure of the theory of the partition functions. And really, what's a computer partition function to him, the true zero theory, and cross R3 or n cross complex space. And that's then you reduce either to n or to the non-topological space. But the basic idea is that whatever you do, any partition function you compute for C of n is related to some version of analytic configured SVK to assign computing. And exactly what analytic configuration you take depends on what curve space you are magnifying on. The ellipsoid corresponds to some version of SLKR percentage, the index corresponds to what I'll call full SLC percentage, meaning it's those holomorphic and non-holomorphic sectors. And the holomorphic blocks, I mentioned earlier, again, most fundamental also from the perspective of percentage theory. And the gauge theory side, they're labeled by vacua at the end of the scar. Since based on compatible has fixed boundary condition. And in the percentage side, one gets building blocks of analytic configuration that if you get percentage pattern intervals, they're labeled by classical critical points, by classical complex connections. I should say that this relation between partition functions and CFM and percentage theory is very much analogous to the 40-2D relation that was discovered a few years ago. In papers by Gajzer-Mornitsky, and then AGT. There we have a 5 brane on a surface C that produces a 40 SCFC, and if one computes partition functions on one side, one gets these other footed correlators to the other. But it's basically all I can say now, which is a sampling of the relations that come out of these free manifold theories, and generally theories of class R. There's a lot more to do, and hopefully there will be a lot more progress soon. But for now, thank you for listening.
Sure. What's your question before the upgrades?
When you consider higher end, is there more data in the so you're saying you have these larger data?
Yes.
Is there more data required to glue them than in the vector case? Yes.
Yes, so the data was the same. So one also defines symplectic matrix. It just happens to be a much bigger symplectic matrix.
Only that 2 cases there's not enough to get it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the organizers for a wonderful conference and for giving me the opportunity to report on what I think is a very exciting set of papers that have come out of the past week or two. Debating a question that we thought we had settled 20 years ago, I think a very deep and profound question, an apparent conflict between unitarity, the idea that in particular Hawking radiation returns to pure space, the outside observer, and the black hole forms from pure space, and on the one hand, and the equivalent question that's being debated. What happens when you fall into a large old black hole? I'm going to make the black hole larger so that the horizon scale is very large compared to the observer who falls in, so that we can apply the equivalence principle, things should be like flat space at the horizon. The reason it has to be old is a technical reason, which I'll come back, that it really doesn't diminish the importance of the question. And there are, just as there was 20 years ago, there are two proposed answers to this question. One is that you die at the horizon. We thought we'd gotten rid of this one, but it's reappeared. And the people who have resurrected this to me, rather dramatic answer to the question, is of course for very good reason. Palmieri, Merrill, Polchinski, and Sully, Aldous and Barbara, came up with a new thought experiment involving black holes, a very beautiful and subtle experiment which seems to revive this conflict between unitarity and the equivalence principle. Lenny Susskind quickly followed up with a paper in which I think he basically agreed with the dramatic modifications to physics in flat space, though he disagreed about some of the details. How old the black hole has to be. I'm going to call these people amps. So amps think that only has to be as old as R log R, where R is the cosmic radius in Planck units, everything will be in Planck units. Let me think that it's the phase time scale, the time scale for half of the black hole to evaporate, which is the same order of magnitude as all of it to evaporate, and order R cubed in Planck units. But again, either way, the equivalence principle is badly violated. People who hit the horizon get a kind of firewall or a large version of the singularity. And the claim is that this is necessary to preserve the unitarity of the estimate. The second possible answer to this question is you freely fall through the horizon. And independently, I and Dan Harlow argued for this point in a couple papers over the last week. The answer came out last night, if you haven't seen it. And of course, this will be immediately argued for if we're willing to give up unitarity, but we're not. We claim that complementarity, the same lesson that we learned from the old thought experiments in the early 90s, is still enough to save the day and to let us have our cake and eat it. Now, I'm not going to be able to pretend to you that this is going to be a completely unbiased talk. So I want to alert you to the following facts. None of the authors of the first viewpoint are present. Here they are. As you may be aware, they include a number of people who I've known for a long time and admire more than just about anybody, and so you should take them very seriously. Secondly, both of the authors of the second viewpoint are present. It's just that's the way it worked out, through my intervention. So just, if any good observer, beware of surprise. We can go forward, yes. Okay, so I should also say that I'm not going to be able to give a complete or fair overview of all related literature. Particularly I want to alert you to bit models, that's given by Giddings and others, the Kussballs. All of these ideas have had some interplay with notions that you might actually experience something very dramatic at the horizon, though they did not contain the very subtle and, to me, initially really disconcerting thought experiment that Amps came up with. And of course, complementarity has a long history and many brilliant papers. Particularly, I want to alert you to Benjamin Fischler, who has a sequence of papers trying to implement this into a full-blown gravity theory that makes sense in cosmology. So I'm going to start by reviewing the old story of complementarity, then telling you about the Amps thought experiment, and then try to convince you that complementarity still takes the day. Okay, so the idea of complementarity came suspiciously enough, precisely from this conflict between unitarity and equivalence principle. We're going to think about a black hole that forms from a pure state, let's say, and is complete Hawking evaporation after a time scale R cubed. And what's non-negotiable is I will assume throughout this talk that this is described by unitary estimate base. And I would think that in this audience, I'm going to get away with that assumption. In any case, without that assumption, not very much. So, of course, the part of the papers is very natural. You sit at infinity, this is a scattering experiment, stuff comes back out. Why does it matter whether there was a black hole in the immediate state? This is a fundamental principle of forming time. So, a relativist, things are a little more confusing because the equivalence principle dictates that experiments on scales much shorter than the horizon experience nothing that they should observe the same stuff that they would see in flat state at the time when a falling observer crosses the horizon. Should be a black hole that's a billion light years across, and you have a billion years to live after you cross the horizon. We could be crossing it right now, okay, and not know anything about it. So that's important to the relativist. And now let's construct some contradictions. And I'm going to start with a more intuitive, qualitative one, and then move on to a quantitative one if it can be explored quantitatively as well. The description from the outside observer's point of view is that while we send some stuff in, then this object forms, a black hole. It's like a member. You can probe it. It has electrical and mechanical properties. It has a temperature. It slowly fizzles away. In the end, it's disappeared into radiation. Of course, this all makes sense. Yes, maybe it's unitary to form something and it fizzles away. It's not that different from making even cold as hot and then fizzle away. From his point of view, something special does happen to who call Force of ELIZA. So he gets that membrane that he can investigate also some physical properties on. They get thermalized by it and they eventually get returned to the outside talking babies. It seems clear that an independent observer should be a violation of the equivalent principle, but he's a snapshot himself. He doesn't want to call in. He wants to be the outside observer. Otherwise he has an identity problem. Now, according to the incoming observer, things are exactly the other way around.